Hello, hello, hello. Can everybody hear me out there? Can everybody hear me? All right. All right, all right, all right. How's everybody out there tonight? How's everybody out there tonight, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, goodness. It is a... Glad you can hear my voice work. It is a very, very cold night. Very, very cold night. And my heater is busted, so I decided I was either going to come down here in the man cave and kind of do some rearranging and get everything ready for my new... I've decided that when I reach 25,000 subscribers, I'm going to do the updated man cave tour. So thought I'd come down here and do some rearranging, but then I was like, no, I'm just going to do a stream. That'll help keep me warm. So let's see what's going on out in the chat. Krill Sandberg, hello from Sweden. How are you, sir? What is my favorite foreign language horror film? That's a good one. Oh, gosh. Oh, man, I'll have to think about that one. Rocky Voorhees, what's up? DJ Donnelly. Lazaro, what's up, Lazaro? We got Orc. Nightmare Files. I did not make the music. It is royalty-free music from an artist called 3 Chains. Or, I'm sorry, 3 Chain Links. I apologize. But they make some really cool royalty-free music. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Joe Caraluzzo, what's up, Joe? The Savages spam, no, not spam. Baldy, is this real? What's going on? Whorehound 85, how you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Matt 11708, thank you. Yes, the heater went kaput. It was an old heater. It had been a good heater. I've lived in this house for 8 years now. The heater was actually made in 1984. So it had a very nice long life before it decided to kick the bucket. And luckily it kicked the bucket when it did, because I discovered that it had a crack in it. And it was actually leaking out carbon monoxide into my house. So luckily I noticed that, and yeah, got that fixed before something very bad could have happened. So Kevin, hello Kevin, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Shut It Down, hello. Joe Bob Tar Heel, how are you doing? Sad that Stan Lee is dead. Yes, Stan Lee passed away today at the ripe old age of 95 years old. My goodness, what a life he led. What a life he led. Such a tremendous impact Stan Lee made on the world, not just on comic books or, you know, superheroes or anything like that. Just an enormous impact he made on the world. And a tremendous life he led. So sad, but at the same time, I mean, what a tremendous life he led. So let's see, Mr. Movie Buff 01, how's it going? What's up, man? Rocky Voorhees, what's up with you, man? Verisimilitude Piz, get the little woman over there and she'll keep you warm, mate. The thought crossed my mind. Nightmare Files, you're looking for more 80s horror style music for your channel. Look into 3 Chain Links. Like I said, royalty free and really cool music. Really dig it. Really dig it. I'm sure you've been to Incomptech too. If not, check them out, but I'm pretty much everybody knows about Incomptech. What's the temp in Scotland? Who's oh, DJ's from Scotland. DJ is from Scotland. Kevin from Ireland. How are you, sir? Well, thank you for joining us tonight. We've got someone from Sweden here, and we've got someone from Ireland. Thanks for joining. That's really cool. Lazaro, how's our buddy Jeremy doing? Jeremy is upstairs asleep, wrapped up nice and warm. Yeah, he he dressed warm, he wrapped up in his blanket, and he is now very much asleep. It's going good, Joe. How are you doing tonight, man? Brian Miller, how you doing tonight? Hello, do you use the site blu-ray.com to find bargains, or is there another site I don't know about? Honestly, I don't go on blu-ray.com very often. So I don't, and I was asked during my last stream, like, how do you keep up with the goings on in the world of horror movies? The same thing with, keeping up with the best bargains on Blu-ray, and that is to social media. Now, let me share you guys this link again. I shared this link in my last stream, but I should share it again. This is a link for all of you guys out there who are keeping your eyes out for the best deals in DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K this upcoming Black Friday. It's got a big list of all the titles and where you can find them the cheapest. And it is something that will be updated as, as it's an updated list, put it that way, and it will continue to be updated as the best deals happen. So I'll put that link right there in the chat. You guys bookmark that. If you're looking for good Blu-ray deals this holiday season or for Black Friday, keep that in mind. Keep that link handy. Coolins 112, greetings from Wales. How are you, sir? Or ma'am? From Wales. So we've got somebody from Sweden, we've got somebody from Ireland here tonight, and we've got somebody from Wales. That's very cool. I actually traced my my heritage back to Wales. Did one of those ancestry things, and my ancestry goes back to Wales, which is cool. Who's my favorite classic Universal monster? That's a good one. I'd say either, I don't know, either Dracula or Frankenstein's monster. You can't go wrong with either one. Brian Piotrowski, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. I really enjoy all the content you put up on your channel. Keep up the killer work. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Rocky Voorhees, yes. Hello, Cohen. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for loving my channel. Thank you for loving my content. I appreciate that, Cohen. I agree, Verisimilitude. The first time I saw Suspiria, that opening kill just blew me away. That was like nothing I'd ever seen. Yeah, that opening kill in Suspiria blew me away. The first time I saw that film blew me away. Slipknot Boy 555. What's Jeremy's relationship to me? He's my I almost said he's my birthday. He's my brother. He's my younger brother. I agree, Silly Star Lily Kid. I'd love to see, you know, a good Blu-ray release for Fright Night. I know Twilight Time dropped a Fright Night Blu-ray 2-3 years ago, maybe longer at this point. But yeah, I would love to see, you know, Arrow or Scream Factory get their hands on it and really deliver a good Blu-ray for that film. And of course, DJ's here from Scotland. So I mean, we've got Scotland, we've got Wales, we've got Ireland, we've got Sweden here tonight. That's awesome. Awesome. It's getting cold in New Jersey, Joe. What's the temperature like up there in New Jersey? Glows, good evening. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Jason Neal, don't turn into a pizzicle. I will try. I will try my best. I'm supposed to have the guys in tomorrow to take out the old heater, put in the new one. Hopefully they can do it all tomorrow, because yeah, it's it's a wee bit cold right now down in the man cave. But I do have a nice space heater that's burning behind me, so keeping it a little warm down here. Yes, Eureka. The Eureka Blu-ray release for Fright Night was good. Now, I don't think that was a region-free release. I did pick it up though. That was a good release. Do people still riot at mall on Black Friday, or does everybody shop online? And no, not everybody shops online. People still riot. I've never been to a mall on Black Friday. I've been to Walmart on Black Friday, and let me tell you, it's a madhouse. It's a madhouse. Child's Play remake thoughts? Ryan, why is the only question that comes to mind. Why? I don't know. Joe Carluzzo, Jeremy's the man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, the last couple of years, I've not seen a whole lot of great Black Friday deals online. I've snagged a couple of things, particularly at Amazon. I've not seen a lot of good things on Amazon for Black Friday or for Prime Day the past couple of years. So I've been kind of disappointed with them. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Yeah, everything's going good except for the busted heater. Everything's going pretty good. Verisimilitude, you're from Australia. My goodness, we've got a lot of international viewers tonight. That is awesome. Fright Night is the best vamp movie of all time, no doubt. I love Fright Night a lot. I also love The Lost Boys. I love Near Dark. There's a lot of great vampire movies out there. Fright Night 2. That's another one I'd love to see a good Blu-ray release for Fright Night 2 in the U.S. from Arrow or Scream Factory. Stephen LaPierre, how are you doing tonight? T-800 or RoboCop? Guess I'd say RoboCop. I don't know though. I don't know, man. I mean, that's I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. It's in the high 30s right now. Let's see what's the temperature like here. Let me check and see. Also, I'm doing No Shimber. Is anybody out there also participating in No Shimber? It says it's 42 degrees here. It feels a lot colder, but we did have a really cold, drizzly, nasty rain today. Actually, just nasty, awful, cold. It's that little, it almost felt like ice. Awful stuff. Yeah, I agree with you, Orc. It seems like a lot of deals are. You find the better deals in brick and mortar stores. However, it depends on what you're looking for, because I've heard that, especially with electronics like laptops or, stuff like that, that the stores will bring in. They have certain models that are just for Black Friday deals because they know that they're kind of inferior models. So you got to be careful with some of the electronics that you buy on Black Friday. April Fool's Day definitely needs a Blu-ray release. There's no doubt about that, Todd. No doubt about that. I've been hoping for that Blu-ray release for a long time. I'm sorry, guys. I lost my place here in the chat. If I look over anybody's question or comment, I apologize. But yes, Todd Super Ginger, love that name. April Fool's Day is begging for a good quality Blu-ray release. There's no doubt about that. The fact that movie has not gotten a good quality Blu-ray release, or really, has it gotten, I don't think it's gotten a Blu-ray release, period, has it? No, it's not even on Blu-ray, period. I mean, that's a shame, man. An absolute freaking shame. But yeah, that movie needs a good quality Blu-ray release. Jan Man Chronicles, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Jan Man says, hey, Piz, curious, what is your greatest annoyance about YouTube, whether it be the company itself or something users or creators do? Oh, man. Oh, man, my greatest annoyance with YouTube changes. Oh, man. I'm annoyed with YouTube's, the way that back in the day, if you subscribed to somebody's channel, that meant you got all of their videos in your subscription feed. Now they've changed it to where you have to subscribe, then you have to, and I hate it when I hate when I hear people say, ring that notification bell. I hate that. I hate that phrase. I hate the bell. I hate that you have to ring you have to click that thing so that you get all of the videos from that creator in your subscription feed. And even then, you're probably not getting all of those videos in your subscription feed. I hear from people all the time like, hey, I didn't even know you did a video for this movie, or a video for this topic, or I've been subscribed for years and I had no idea. So I mean, and I've heard other content creators on YouTube say that too, about the subscription. It's just so iffy, you know what I mean? And it's so stupid. If you subscribe to somebody, then all of their content should come to your subscription feed, not just cherry-picked videos, without having to take it another step further and do the notification thing. That's just such a waste of time, really. Something users or content creators do that annoys me. I actually did a video about this. This is something that annoyed me. I saw a lot of really popular YouTubers who have younger audiences doing these videos about mental health and promoting this online, mental health counseling service that they're being paid they're being sponsored by. And basically a lot of the videos, it seemed to me like they were trying to convince their viewers that they were depressed, or that they were sociopaths, or that they had this or that wrong with them, to get them to follow that sponsor link in their description and go over and sign up for this online counseling service, which a lot of people have said is just an out and out scam. So, I mean, I saw a lot of big YouTubers with younger audiences promoting that and trying to, like I said, it seemed to me like they were trying to convince their young audience that, you know, that they have some sort of issue that they need this counseling for. And it was just, it really did not sit right with me. I made a video about it, and I don't know, just predatory stuff that I think some content creators on YouTube do like that. What's your favorite slasher that didn't get a sequel? Black Christmas is my all-time favorite slasher. Well, Black Christmas, definitely right at the top of the list. The Burning would be at the top of my list as well. Madman would probably be right up there also. Just Before Dawn. My Bloody Valentine, of course. My Bloody Valentine. April Fool's Day. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few. But those are just the ones off the top of my head. At least Gary, yeah, this fireplace, it's really keeping the place warm back here. I mean, warm my hands by the fire. that beautiful 4K fire there. DVD Collector 1986. You never get to the mall or any place for Black Friday. Always shop online. I don't blame you. Voorhees fan film thoughts. I'm not that familiar with the Voorhees fan film, to be perfectly honest with you, Mike. I agree, Slipknot Boy. Black Christmas was definitely ahead of its time. Very much ahead of its time. Piz, who would you cast as the new Freddy? I would cast Robert Englund to play it one last time. I think they will definitely do a new Nightmare on Elm Street film. And I think they'd be crazy if they didn't cast Robert Englund to play Freddy one last time and then promote the crap out of the movie as it being Robert Englund's final appearance as Freddy, to get that kind of nostalgia, you know, buzz that Halloween had. Oh, I agree, Silly Star Lily Kid. I really liked Silent Rage. That's a fun movie. Oh, Salem's Lot, of course. Yep. Salem's Lot's another one of my favorite vampire flicks. Brian, do you think My Bloody Valentine is the most underrated slasher movie? It's one of my favorite slasher movies. There's no doubt about that. Do you think we'll get a Creepshow 2 Scream Factory release, Ryan? I don't know. It's a good question. I would think if they got the rights to the original Creepshow, surely they can get the rights to Creepshow 2. Let's see. Was there a Creepshow? Let's see. Was there a Creepshow Blu-ray release in the U.S.? Let me see. I'm pretty sure there was. But no, yes, of course there was. Arrow got it. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Arrow did that release, and it's a pretty good one too. It's a pretty good one. If I completely forgot about it. You actually did a review of the Creepshow 2 Arrow release back when it was first released. So check out that video for. Check out that video for my review of the Arrow Creepshow 2 release. It's pretty good. Fright Night 2, Julie Carmen, I know. She was something in that movie, man. She was something. Jason, yes, well, I got 2 of them. Let me see, where are they? My Walmart did not have any of these. None of them. I looked numerous times, and my Walmart did not have any of them. So I actually contacted Mill Creek and said, look, why aren't these in my Walmart? I want these things, but they're not in my Walmart. So they actually sent me Krull and Last Action Hero. with the VHS style slipcovers, which both of them are really cool. They've got the old video store stickers on them. The backs are cool. I mean, and it's just a slipcase because I mean it's just they're just slipcases, but I mean they're cool, and of course I mean they harken back to the the VHS era, which I mean I'm very, very sentimental about. So, but those are the only two. I really wanted to get the Happy Birthday to Me one, and seems like there were a couple other horror releases with those slipcases. But those are the only two I got. My Walmart did not get any more, and that sucks. Hold on, guys. I lost my place in the chat again. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, it was in the. It felt like it was in the probably the low 40s today, pretty much all day with that just really awful rain, that cold, nasty rain. Thank you for subscribing, Uchiha Guka. Thank you. Mike, Scream Factory did a People Under the Stairs Blu-ray release. You should look into that. Oh my God, DJ Donnelly, you are so right. The Hitcher needs a Blu-ray release. There is no doubt about that, man. The Hitcher needs that's another one. I'm shocked that movie has not gotten a Blu-ray release, a good Blu-ray release up to this point. Absolutely shocked. Hold on, guys. A friend of mine actually hit a deer tonight and it messed up their car. Oh my God. They hit a buck. They've sent me pictures of the car. They hit a buck on the highway. Its horn caught the mirror, took the mirror off, and then it like swung around and butt whacked the front of the car. And man, it must have been a big one because my goodness. Yeah, so guys, be careful if you're out driving at night. Lots of deers out there, so be careful. But yeah, The Hitcher from the 80s needs a Blu-ray release. There was a really good DVD release of the film in the UK that has a making of on it and a commentary. I recommend that. You can pick that one up pretty cheap, or you could in the past pick that one up pretty cheap. But if you can find that one, definitely check into it. But yeah, we need a really good Hitcher Blu-ray release. Johnny Depp to play the new Freddy. Johnny Depp's looking more and more like Freddy lately. Have you seen pictures of him lately? I mean, he's lost a ton of weight, and I mean, he's just very frail looking. You know what I mean? He could pull it off. He could pull it off. DVD Collector 86. If they ever recast Loomis in a future reboot of Halloween series, who would you want to play Loomis? Gary Oldman, Donald Sutherland? They just should leave Loomis alone. They should never trample on that sacred ground. Never. Never, never, never. Never, never. Gary Oldman and Donald Sutherland are both great actors, but just, no. Loomis is Donald Pleasance. And now that Donald Pleasance is gone, Loomis should be laid to rest with him. Krill, thank you. Your Jason masks are the best. When I get a little more money in my pocket, I will order one. If you ship I will absolutely ship to Sweden for you, man. Absolutely. Appreciate that. I've not picked up Evil Dead on 4K, Ryan. Who would I cast as the new Freddy? Again, I Robert Englund. And what would the story be? I would... I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Right off the top of my head, I mean, I was thinking I would kind of go in the Halloween 2018 direction and say that, you know, yeah, I probably would, and say that the other sequels didn't happen, because the sequels, as the sequels went on, Freddy became more and more of a joke. Just the one-liner, you know, quipping, the stand-up comedian Freddy, which I hated that. So maybe a direct sequel to the first one, you know. I don't know. It's going to happen. It will definitely happen. And again, I think they'd be crazy if they don't put Robert Englund in as Freddy one last time. Thank you, Tish. Appreciate that. Horehound85, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well tonight. Patrick Stewart as Freddy. You know, I don't. He's a good actor. I don't know. Why do not call me? Don't know what you mean there, Tish. Why don't you make one-night videos? One-night video. I'm not sure what that means, Tish. Oh, I agree. I agree, verisimilitude. Yes, April Fool's Day, the score is very, very good. Very, very good. No, Rocky, probably not. I don't really, I mean, with Creed 2, I mean, I'm not, you know, falling all over myself to watch it, to be honest. I absolutely pre-ordered the Silent Night Deadly Night 2 with the figure, Rocky. I actually got emailed today my Candyman Scream Factory. I pre-ordered the exclusive edition. I got emailed about it today. It's been shipped, so I should have it here in a couple of days, and I'll definitely do an unboxing video for that release and do a full review of that Blu-ray. So definitely looking forward to that. No, it's no one from the Sausage Factory, DJ. No one from the Sausage Factory. As far as the hitting the deer. Aaron Lewis, how you doing tonight? T. Pizzel, you recommended Blood Rage to me the other day, and I watched it yesterday. It was great. Thanks for the suggestion. You're very welcome, man. You're very welcome. Yeah, love Blood Rage. It's the perfect time for Blood Rage. It's one of the few Thanksgiving-based horror movies out there, and a darn fine one at that. Oh, Brian, absolutely. You've never seen Phantasm? Oh, you should absolutely see Phantasm, and that steelbook for $14.99, absolutely worth picking up. I mean, I don't own the steelbook, but just the fact that it's Phantasm, I'm sure it's the Phantasm remastered version with all the extras and stuff on it in a steelbook for $15. That's a good deal, man. Jump on that. The Boba Fett's, what's up, man? Are you attending any upcoming conventions? None that I don't have really any plans, to be honest. Maybe something early next year, maybe Mad Monster Party or something to that effect early next year. There's a convention going on in Louisville soon. I don't know, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about that one. That's one that I would take Jeremy to, because LeVar Burton's going to be there. Jeremy would love to meet LeVar Burton. Jeremy knows LeVar Burton from reading Rainbow, not from, you know, necessarily Star Trek, but from reading Rainbow. So Jeremy would be, you know, Jeremy'd love to meet LeVar Burton. Mike Pope, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Gary Grant, good question. Would you rather see a Robert Englund Freddy movie or a Kane Hodder Jason movie, a New Nightmare movie with Nancy, or a Friday movie with Tommy Jarvis? A Friday movie with Tommy Jarvis. Verisimilitude. I did a great Mel Gibson impression on an episode of The Sausage Factory. Really, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I'll have to take your word for that one. Oh my God, those phone calls that Mel Gibson left for that woman that he was dating or engaged to or whatever. Oh my God, those things. Every now and again, I'll look those up on YouTube and listen to those and just roll on the floor laughing. He is so insane. One of the things that cracks me up is like he's yelling at her about the way she dresses and the way that she prances around, Hollywood, and she's giving him a bad reputation, and he stops, yelling at her at the top of his lungs, and he's breathing like he's like so enraged, and he's gone on such a horrible tirade that he's completely exhausted, yet still just, enraged. That he's just like, so crazy guy, wacky guy, man, wacky guy. Those phone messages, my God, what a maniac, what a maniac. I have seen Neca's The Fog figure with the, I didn't know it had glowing red eyes though, Steven. That's pretty cool. Draven G, absolutely. R.I.P. Stan Lee. Yeah, I talked about that a little bit at the beginning of the stream. Yep, he had such a tremendous impact on just the world in general. It's a huge loss, but I mean, my goodness, what a life he led, what a career, What an impact he left. Ryan Powell, Robert Englund as Loomis. He kind of did play Loomis in Behind the Mask, and he did a good job. Yes, DVD Collector 86. I've already pre-ordered the Best Buy Steelbook for Halloween 2018. Jackie Earle Haley's a good actor, Glows. When I heard that he was cast in the Nightmare remake as Freddy, I thought, okay, a good actor playing Freddy. I don't necessarily think he was a bad Freddy. I just think it was a bad script. Don't think he had a whole lot to work with, to be honest. But he is a good actor. I don't know. At the time he seemed like, oh, that's a great casting choice. But I don't know. It didn't quite come together. I don't think it's necessarily him. I just think it was just not a good movie. I have seen The Innkeepers, Krill. I absolutely have seen The Innkeepers. I really like it. Big fan of Ty West. I wish he'd make more movies. Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? It can be both. You can watch it either time of year. You can watch it either time of year. Perler Nostalgia, The Serpent and the Rainbow. I dig it. I dig it. Oh, that's right. Charlie Varick, what's up, man? Yes, I saw that. Roy, Dick Whean will be at the March Horror Hound in Cincinnati. I had the opportunity to meet him years and years ago at a convention, and I don't know why, but I just passed on it. I guess I thought, I'll see him on down the road. I've not seen him at another convention since then, or at least another convention nearby here since then. That was, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So my Part 5 poster, which has got a lot of autographs on it, it's missing Roy. So I may have to swing up there and check it out, man, and get and meet Dick Whean. Sorry about that, guys. I was just checking something real quick. Let me ask you what you guys are doing up tonight, or what you guys are up to tonight. I'm sorry. Kevin, you got the Arrow Candyman release. Cool. I'm really looking forward to checking out the Scream Factory one, which is on its way. So, looking forward to checking that out. Yeah, I agree. I think Jackie O'Haley's a very good actor, Glows. I thought he was great in Watchmen. I've not seen the new Suspiria yet, DVD collector. It's not playing anywhere near me. I guess I'm going to have to wait until it's on streaming before I can check it out. But I really do want to see it. What's funny is, there was so much hype for that movie before it was released, and now I really don't hear anybody saying anything about it. So I don't know if that's because of the limited release or if that's because of maybe it, I don't know. People aren't digging it. I don't know. I've really only heard one person talk about it. It was my buddy Lauren, who's on this new season of the Sausage Factory with us. And he said it's actually more of an art film than it is a horror film. He said it has a lot of great moments, but he said the last 15 minutes are just really off-putting, put it that way. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. It's just not playing anywhere near me. Todd Super Ginger, does Dario Argento or Jessica Harper do conventions? Argento does the odd convention every now and again. It's usually one of the bigger ones, a Horror Hound or something like that. Jessica Harper, I'm sure she's done conventions before. I've not seen her at any conventions that I've been to. I don't know of any. Well, actually, you know what you should do, Rocky, is join some of the Friday the 13th groups on Facebook, because people are always posting stuff like that. And it seems like there for a while, this was months and months ago, though, there was somebody selling young Jason or drowned Jason busts. And they were pretty good, as I recall. They were pretty nice looking, as I recall. I thought about getting one, but I decided not to. Dub Videos, what's up, man? It's cold there in Lubbock. I understand. You're going to play some Red Dead now? Okay, have fun, man. Biz, is Friday the 13th Part 5 your favorite of the series? It seems to be, though. I believe you've ranked some of the others higher before. Part 5, yeah, Part 5 is pretty... if I had to pick a favorite, Part 5 would be my favorite, but it's, I love the first 8 movies. I even love Jason Goes to Hell. So, I mean, it's difficult to... When I did that ranking, I tried to be as objective as possible about the movies. And rank them that way as opposed to my favorite, which one is my personal favorite, or which ones are my personal favorites, I guess I should say. But yeah, I mean, I love Part 5. I love Part 5. Everybody knows that. So yeah, if I had to pick one that's a favorite, Part 5 would be my favorite. I can't say Part 5 is like the best made Friday film in the series, though, or anything like that, but it's my personal favorite. I've never made a Cooper style hockey. Well, do you mean, have I ever painted one? I've actually got a Cooper here. I bought the blank and I sent it to my buddy Douglas, and he took care of the eyes, drilled out the eyes, and painted the holes and stuff, and sent it back to me. I've got one. I've never painted it one or anything like that, but I've got one. They would probably be a little difficult to do, though, because the holes in them are square, and dremeling a square hole is not easy. So, yes. It wasn't well received. What wasn't well received, Dub? Was that Suspiria, you mean? I have watched Inside, Aaron. It's been a long, long time since I watched Inside. What I remember of it, I remember thinking like the first hour of that movie was brilliant. I loved it. And then once it got into it seemed like it was all about atmosphere and suspense, and it was very much akin to Halloween. And then like the last half hour, it was just blood and gore and the two women fighting and sticking scissors in each other, and that kind of threw me off. But it's been years since I saw Inside. I've not seen that trailer, DJ. Any movies coming up I'm looking forward to? I want to see Overlord, which is out now. Definitely want to see Overlord. As far as next year, the new Godzilla movie, the new It movie. I'm looking forward to those. No idea what's going on with Bill and Ted 3, Rocky. I just heard it's happening. I heard, Keanu and Alex Winter are on board, but I've not heard a thing about it. No, what I heard the plot is that Bill and Ted, of course, I mean, they're adults now. They're living, I think one of them is an attorney. I'm not sure what the other one is. And they're living very boring, lives, and then they decide to spice things up a bit and get the band back together. That's what I've heard the plot is about. I don't know if that's it or not, but yeah. The creepiest horror film for me is this Swedish title, Besokarna. Very scary. Type in Besokarna on IMDb and you can find it. I'll do that, Creel. Let me do that right now, as a matter of fact. Let me type that in, see if there is it's called The Visitors in the US. Let me see if there is a trailer and I'll check it out here. Let me see if I can find a trailer. Here we go. The Visitors trailer. Besokarna. That's not the trailer. I don't know what that is. That's not the trailer. All right, here we go.
Frank and Sarah are starting a new life with a beautiful home and new opportunities.
You. Just watch. We'll have lots of dough.
Soon, I hope.
Very soon. I give you my promise on that.
Oh man, the English dub on this.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Oh, the English dubbing on this does not.
Alone
Ooh.
in their new home.
Mommy, something happened upstairs. You have to come and see.
It smells like something. Metallic, I think. Where's it coming from?
There are others living among them.
Well, I'll tell you, since then, quite a few strange things have been happening here.
Others who aren't strangers to this house.
We have no money and you're spending most of all your time chasing ghosts. It's absurd.
What is it you want from me?
Others who don't like their new guests.
Sarah, come here! And this family's moving now.
Others who want their new guests to leave.
That dubbing is. Oh man, that dubbing. Oh.
Visitors. Don't stay another night.
The Visitors. Don't stay another night. Let's see. Let me get back to the chat here. Sorry, guys. I Saw the Devil, Rocky. Very good. Very good. Todd Sugar Ginger, who is your all-time favorite horror director? Man, that's a tough one. I mean, it'd have to go to Carpenter. Carpenter's got the best track record. Carpenter's, you know, Carpenter's the man. I've not picked up Stranger Things 2 on Blu-ray. DVD collector. You're scared. Don't worry. These Blu-rays are good. They're not going to fall in the fire. Don't worry. Matt O'Brien, love your videos. Have you ever seen the movie The Ninth Configuration? Thanks, Matt. Yes, many, many years ago. And I don't really recall much about it. It's been a very long time. Oh, goodness. What's my least favorite movie I went and saw in theaters this year? Oh, man. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, honestly, well, it might be The Predator, to be honest. It might be The Predator. I was a little disappointed with that one. Yes, Aaron, I am absolutely a big fan of the original Black Christmas. And I do own the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I actually did a review of the Scream Factory Black Christmas Blu-ray release. Not long ago, actually. Let me see. Let me get that. Let me find that link for you. But a pretty good Blu-ray. Let's see. Here we go. All right, I'll post the link in the chat here. There you go. Dub Videos. By the way, Piz, your channel has been blowing up. You only had 7K subs when I first subscribed in summer 2007. Going to be a mainstream channel in no time? I don't know about that, but yeah, I've had a lot of sub growth this year. This is definitely 2018's been as far as sub growth and just channel growth, it's been my best year on YouTube. For sure. I do too, Charlie. That dude, his name is they call him Thunderthroat, the guy who did all those trailers, all the voiceovers for those trailers back in the day. In a world, you know what I mean? They thought they were alone. Great. I mean, good Lord, that dude's amazing. Let's look up that dude. Let's give him a proper, I think they called him like Thunderthroat or something. Yes. Don LaFontaine. Oh, he passed away in 2008. Don LaFontaine. Oh, man. Yes, he was the man. He was the man. Passed away in 2008. R.I.P. Don LaFontaine. Thunderthroat. Any movie I watched that I found too scary or creepy to watch again? No. I can't think of one, Brian. Well, I was going to say The Greasy Strangler, but I did watch that one again. Not that it was creepy or scary. That's probably the most uncomfortable movie I've ever watched. The Greasy Strangler. If you've not seen The Greasy Strangler, I don't know if I necessarily recommend it or not, but it's I'm already cold enough. I don't need to be giving myself chills thinking about The Greasy Strangler. The Wailing. I've seen The Wailing, Stephen. I thought that was pretty good too. Visited by voices. Oh, my buddy Lauren. What's up, man? We were just talking about you earlier, Lauren. Jacques Tourneur is your favorite horror director? Let's look him up. Did he do the house with laughing windows? Oh, no, he did. Okay, let's see. He did Cat People, Out of the Past, I Walk with the Zombie, Night of the Demon, The Leopard Man. By the way, Lauren, I've been meaning to sit down and watch, or I should say, track down a copy of The House with Laughing Windows to check that out. Yeah, this dude's directed a lot of stuff, man. I Walk with a Zombie. They All Come Out. Yeah. What Blu-rays have I got here? Let's check them out, shall we? I've got the, I showed you guys the Kroll and Last Action Hero Mill Creek releases with the slip cases. I've got the new Vinegar Syndrome Death by Temptation Blu-ray, which I'm going to be doing a review of here in the very near future. I've got the Unnameable, which I did a review of not long ago. Let's see, Next of Kin, which I did a review of just the other day, the Umbrella release. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a preview of this one. This is a movie that a lot of people have asked me to review over the years. I got my hands on this new Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray release of it. I'm going to upload the review tomorrow, but it's for Blood Harvest with Tiny Tim. Blood Harvest with Tiny Tim. Keep your eyes peeled for that review coming out tomorrow, guys. I've got some Scream Factory stuff here that I picked up during the Scream Factory. Whoops, and there goes some Blu-rays. I got some Blu-rays here that I picked up during the Scream Factory, or during Scream Factory's last sale. I did an unboxing of these a couple of weeks ago. Class of 1984. Slumber Party Massacre, the Poughkeepsie tapes, and Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly Night, Ryan? It depends on what mood I'm in. If I'm in the mood for just a fun slasher, it'll be Silent Night, Deadly Night. If I'm in the mood for a more intense, slasher movie, it's going to be Black Christmas. I love them both, though. And I can watch them both back to back anytime. Do I think Halloween 78 will be released on Criterion? Probably not. I think it's deserving of a Criterion, but it's probably not. Oh, whoops, I've lost my place in the chat again. Boom. Shakalaka is dabbing on haters. Always dab on your haters, Boom. Always. Any chance the Halloween Steelbook will have the original ending that was cut? You know what? That Blu-ray release, I hope it has a lot of the stuff that they shot and cut out. I certainly hope they do. Or I certainly hope that it does, I should say. Because they shot a lot of stuff that they went and reshot. And some of the footage you can see in the trailer for the movie. I hope so. I mean, I really hope so. I actually hope that they do, which they probably won't. I don't know why they wouldn't. I'd like to see the cut that they screened for test audiences. So if I'd like that cut on there, and then of course the theatrical cut. But it's probably not going to happen. It would really suck if they don't put, the deleted scenes on the Blu-ray. Yes, Don. Yes, Don. R.I.P. Stan Lee. Sorry to hear about that, Boom. Sorry to hear about that. My cat Sweetie passed away a few months ago. And, yep, that sucked. Do I still do File 13? I've not done a File 13 video in a long time, Matt. That was a fun series. I've thought about bringing that back in some form or fashion. But, I mean, I reviewed a lot of my favorite So Bad They're Good movies for that series. So I've thought about bringing it back, but I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Bibby86, what's up, man? You just got home from work. Hope you're doing well. Can I review the Critters franchise next October? I like those movies. And of course, we're getting the Critters box set from Scream Factory soon. Creep Show, PlayStation Now. What about Creep Show? We've actually thought about doing an Eraserhead live commentary, Don, in the past. That's something that may happen. I don't know. We'll see. Jan Man. I am a fan of Star Wars. Do you think Star Wars is in future danger considering the negativity surrounding The Last Jedi and the financial struggle Solo has faced? I am a fan of Star Wars. I wouldn't consider myself to be like a super fan of Star Wars. Of course, I love the original trilogy. The prequelogy, not that big a fan of. I liked The Force Awakens. I did not like The Last Jedi. I thought Rogue One was okay. I thought Solo was okay. I kind of do. I kind of do think the future of Star Wars is in danger. I think it really depends on episode 9 and how they handle episode 9. I think it really depends on how I never thought I would live to hear a Star Wars movie be considered a disappointment or a flop. I mean, they called Solo like a flop, right? I mean, it still made a ton of money, but by Star Wars standards, I mean, it did not perform up to par. I never thought I would hear, a Star Wars movie being called a disappointment or anything like that, at least financially. So, I mean, the fact that we got a Star Wars movie that, underperformed at the box office is something I never thought I'd see or hear. Yeah, Critters Blu-ray box set coming in November. Lauren, are you a fan of the Critters flicks? Do you know there's a try not to laugh silent? I don't know what that means. Boom. Have I ever been, hold on, let me get back up here. Have I ever been cursed out by anyone from California on the stream due to the title yet? No. No, not been cursed out by anyone yet. And that's true. Yeah, Glows, that's true. People of California have a lot more to worry about than... My heart goes out to those people, man, because like every image that I see of that fire in California is just absolute devastation. So much has been destroyed by that fire. So many people's homes. It's really sad. You know what I mean? I mean, my heart goes out to those folks over there. Could a Scream 5 work? If so, what would be a good storyline? A Scream 5 could probably work. I think they would need to I think it would need to be a hard reboot, though. I think all new characters, the old characters from, the other films, Sydney and Dewey and all of them, which they kind of tried to do that with Scream 4, but they wedged Sydney and some of the other characters in there, and it just, for me, I really disliked Scream 4. But yeah, I think Scream 5 could work if it's done right, and if it's, reboot that, man. not even a reboot, but just new characters, different characters. You know what I mean? All they would really need is a character or two to be obsessed with the Woodsboro murders, or, however they decide to do, they'll do it in some weird meta way where, the Woodsboro murders, inspired these movies called Scream, but the murders were real or something to that effect. And that's, inspired somebody or some people to, start their own murder spree. So no, Boom, I'm sorry. You're watching the wrong stream for that kind of stuff, man. You're watching the wrong stream for that kind of stuff, bro. What's your favorite story from Creepshow? Mine is Father's Day. Oh, that's a good one. Yep. I love Father's Day. Really all of them. I mean, the Father's Day is really good. The one with the cockroaches is really good. The one with Ted Danson and, Walter Matthau, they're all good. They're all really good, man. For real. So yeah, can't, yeah. Boom. I'm putting you in timeout. You're at the wrong stream for that kind of stuff. I'm sorry. You love Eraserhead, Lauren? It's been a long time since I've seen Eraserhead. I just remember it being really weird and dark and, just weird and dark. So, I every now and again, I kind of want to go back and revisit it, but yeah. Yeah, I've played some of the Metroid games, PlayStation 9. Yes, I have seen Chronos and The Devil's Backbone, DVD collector. And I love Del Toro as a director. I think he's a true visionary. I actually did a review of the Umbrella Devil's Backbone Blu-ray not long ago. It's been a long time since I've seen Chronos. I need to go back and revisit Chronos, but yeah, I love Del Toro as a director. I think he's a visionary for sure. I agree with you, DJ. I think there's a lot of Star Wars burnout. I think Disney threw way too much Star Wars at us in a relatively brief amount of time. And, yeah, too much. So I think they definitely need to, you know what I mean? I think they definitely need to, a lot more space between Star Wars releases. You ever been into the Godzilla movies? Yeah, I dig the Godzilla movies. Yeah. I'm into some Japanese horror, Don, for sure. I like, Ringu, and I like, oh gosh, I talked about it last stream. Oh gosh. Pulse. Yes. Love the Asian version of Pulse. Versus, love that movie too. I'm looking forward to the new Godzilla movie next year, PlayStation. Yeah, I agree, Lauren. I agree. It's been a long time. I don't remember very much about the third and fourth Critters flicks. But I loved them all growing up. I mean, they were fun movies. I may have to pick up that box set. Are you going to pick up that box set, Lauren? Bring back Matthew Lillard and your soul, DJ. And Matthew Lillard's a really cool guy. I didn't meet him. He was at a convention that I was at. I didn't stop to meet him because he always had a big crowd around him, but he was very, very personable with everybody and just seemed really cool. It was funny because he was there with Skeet Ulrich, and nothing. I mean, I guess maybe Skeet Ulrich is just more of a reserved, laid back guy, because Lillard was like up on his feet and just talking to people and, hugging people and shaking hands and being very animated and just, very interested in what people had to say. And like it like I remember I walked past Skeet Ulrich a couple times and he was just sitting there like this. You know, nothing against him. I didn't meet him, but I maybe he's just a more laid back, reserved kind of guy. I don't know, but I do love Matthew Lillard from Scream, or I love Matthew Lillard in Scream. His character's awesome. They should do a movie based on the Mech's Headroom broadcast intrusion. That's an interesting story, Ryan. That's an interesting story. Yes, CS5 Unmasked, absolutely. R.I.P. Stan Lee. Yep, R.I.P. Stan Lee. Nope, not playing any Red Dead yet, dub videos. If I can, I've got my eyes peeled for a good deal on a PS4 Pro. And the new PS4 Pros are coming with Red Dead 2 installed. So if I can find a good deal on a PlayStation 4 Pro with Red Dead 2, I'll definitely snatch it up and give Red Dead 2 a shot. I do seem to recall that, Rocky. Richard Raff is saying that a Jaws 5 was scripted, which would be a prequel involving the events that Quint recalled. Yes. I seem to recall that too. I don't know how much truth there is to that. Could that work? I don't know. I don't know if that could work as a Jaws movie necessarily. I think that'd be a killer movie, but I don't know if it'd work as a Jaws movie necessarily. No, DJ, no plans on getting the Medieval remake for PS4. Ever seen Left for Speed? Nope, never seen that. What do I think of Tales from the Crypt? Yeah, I used to love Tales from the Crypt growing up. I don't know, or wait a minute. Yes, I do. I think I own all of them on DVD. All of the seasons on DVD. But yeah, I mean, I love Tales from the Crypt growing up. How cold? Oh no, let's check it. Let's check the temperature. When I checked the temperature last here, it was 42. Let's see, what is it now? I'm sure it's dropped a little bit. No, it still says it's 42. So I'm probably gonna have to go back and turn back on my space heater here momentarily. It's feeling a little cold down here. No, as a matter of fact, guys, I'm going to do that. Give me a couple minutes. I'm going to grab a bottle of water, turn on my space heater, and I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about the sorry about the break. Lauren, you've already got the Critters box set pre-ordered. Very cool. Yeah. 4K probably not financially feasible for Scream Factory. You got any other Scream Factory releases lately, Lauren, or anything pre-ordered? Got the new Candyman pre-ordered, or Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? Anything like that? I did see Terrifier. Oh gosh, I lost my place again. I'm sorry, guys. I did see Terrifier DVD collector. I thought it was okay. Let me find my review of it. I did a review of it. Let me find it here. I'll post a link to it in the chat if you guys want to check it out. There it is. Princess Luna Moon 12. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. Who would win in your opinion, Xenomorph or the Thing? Oh gosh, that's a good question. But couldn't the Thing just replicate a Xenomorph and then it'd be like Xenomorph on Xenomorph action? I don't know. That's out of my pay grade, Don. I can't answer that question. Have you ever seen Eden Lake? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I liked it. I liked it. Have you looked on YouTube, Rocky? The E! True Hollywood Story, The Curse of Poltergeist, and work print of Rocky 5. You can probably find that True Hollywood Story on YouTube somewhere. That's very cool, Lauren. You're a subscriber of the 5 films, 5 years collections. Oh, you're collecting them. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like, Vinegar Syndrome does a really good job with their releases. I was just talking about their Death by Temptation and Blood Harvest releases, but yeah, they do a lot of really good releases. Thoughts on 4K, Luke Ormsby. How you doing tonight, sir? Hope you're doing well. Do you think it's really worth it over standard Blu-ray with a 2K or 4K scan? 4K is, I've seen, let me see, what movies have I seen in 4K? I saw, of course, the new Halloween, or I'm sorry, the Halloween 78 release, the new 4K release of it. I saw, it in 4K, and I saw Blade Runner 2049 in 4K. And I understand 4K because, with 4K, you've got to have a 4K Blu-ray player, you got to have a 4K TV, or else you're not watching it in 4K. But particularly with a movie like Blade Runner 2049, watching that in 4K was just, whoa, that was mind-blowing. It's kind of like the first time I watched movies on Blu-ray, like a movie that I'd seen before, and I kind of got this feeling with Halloween in 4K. When I was watching a movie for the first time on Blu-ray that I'd only seen on VHS or DVD at the time, it was like watching it for the first time, because I was seeing things that I hadn't noticed before, in the shots, because there's so much more clarity. That's kind of the way I felt watching Halloween in 4K, because there were just little things, little textures, and I've seen that movie a million times, and watching it in 4K and seeing some of the scenes, how clear they were, was really, really cool. So, you know, I believe in 4K. I think it might be the last big advance for a while. But yeah, I understand it's, you know, to upgrade to 4K, that means not just a new 4K player, but a 4K TV, and it can be expensive. So, yes, Jan Man, I am still working a regular full-time job. What am I going to buy on Black Friday dub videos? I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm keeping my eyes open for a PS4 Pro at a decent price. Other than that, I mean, you know, if I can find some decent, you know, Blu-ray releases, I may grab those. I don't know. I did post a link earlier in the live chat of a spreadsheet with all of the Blu-ray releases, 4K, DVD, for Black Friday, and where you can get each release at the best price. Which, let me post that link again for you guys if you weren't here when I posted that before. All right, there's that link again. It updates itself every so often. So those are the best prices for, you know, DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K releases. Do you think Eric Freeman should have won Best Actor? Yes. Yes, that's a resounding yes. I have seen The Disaster Artist PlayStation 9. I liked it. 4K UHD is about stability, not necessarily greater resolution and much improved colors. I think it's 100% worth it, but the title matters. I wouldn't pay the difference for a comedy or straight drama. I can agree with that. Part 7 was the first Friday movie I saw, Krill. After yours was part 8, and then after you watched it, some Jehovah's Witnesses came by and you thought it was Jason ringing the doorbell. Will we ever get a quality Poltergeist Blu-ray with all the features that we know are out there? I don't know, Rocky. I don't know. Check out PlayStation VR. I've heard good things about PlayStation VR, particularly with Resident Evil Biohazard. What does American bread and milk taste like? It tastes like milk and bread. That's just tastes like milk and bread. Also, guys, here's a link it's a spreadsheet for the best video game prices, video games, consoles, and accessories. So I'll post that in the chat as well. If you guys are keeping your eyes peeled for deals on games or consoles, that would be a good link to bookmark and check frequently. I did not pick up the Batman Animated Series DVD collector. It's an interesting story, Melek. What would be the easiest item for me to part with in my collection? I was having this conversation with my girlfriend earlier tonight when we were talking about doing some organizing in the man cave. She was like, if you don't love it, you know, do away with it. And I was like, but I love it all. So, yeah, she didn't like that answer. Yes, the opening title track for Halloween 4 is on that new LP. Yes. Absolutely. And it's very, very good. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I was listening to it actually earlier today. Do you try and watch a certain number of films a day or week, or actively pursue films you haven't seen? Luke Ormsby. Yeah, Luke, I don't try to watch any kind of certain number per day or per week, but there are movies that I definitely the pursuit has not been that great lately, but there's movies that I definitely that I haven't seen that I want to watch that I've been recommended. It's just kind of finding, not necessarily the pursuit, but finding time to actually watch them. I think finding time to pursue them, to watch them is the right answer. I've seen the Dune movie. I've not seen anything. I'm not familiar with the books or the miniseries, Don. Friday the 13th, Rainy, 94. Friday the 13th. That's the series that I grew up with. That's the series that I feel, the warmest toward. So it'd have to be Friday. I do like the Vestron Collector Series releases, DVD collector. The Maximum Overdrive one was very good. I did a review of it when it first came out. Very good release. Slaughter High is another one I did a review of. Very good release as well. They've done some really solid releases, and I hope they do many more in the future. I actually own the Kotobukiya Jason Part 3 statue. I actually did a video for that statue not long ago. Let me look it up here. Very nice statue, by the way. Here is the link to that video if you want to check it out. I've got that one. I don't own the Freddy one, but I've seen the Freddy one. That's an interesting question, DJ. That's another question I've been asked before, and I don't, I hope it never happens. I don't know what I would grab. I would just run in and start grabbing everything that I could. I agree with that. D Duffy 64. They definitely need to make a Peter Jackson box set with, Brain Dead and Bad Taste and stuff in it. I would definitely pick that up. I did not get the Blood Diner of Vestron release, Rocky. That's one of the only ones I did not get. Malek, you had it, and then you watched the movie and immediately sold it. Understand? I have seen the Neon Demon. I liked it. I didn't love it. It was the kind of movie that I felt like I needed to kind of watch again to fully absorb. I liked it, but I didn't love it. But I mean, I am a big fan of Nicholas Winding Refn. I love Drive. That's one of my favorite movies. I really liked Only God Forgives. His Pusher movies, I like those. Which a Neon Demon was, I don't know. I need to watch it again. Do I think physical media is dying? DVD Collector 86. I think it's been dying, or I don't know if I would say dying. Yeah, well, I guess you could say it's been dying for a little while, but I don't see it going anywhere anytime in the near future, and I think physical media will always be around. It may not be as accessible as it is now. Like, I mean, you may not be able to just walk into Walmart or Best Buy or wherever and buy a Blu-ray. But I think, these kinds of releases, you know what I mean? The collector market for these kinds of releases, physical media with extras, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, will be around for a very, very long time. Jamie Davis, what's up, Jamie? Hope you're doing well tonight. You talked about Rush Week in a video. Is there a release on the horizon? Not that I'm aware of. And that's one that's been out of print for a long, long time on DVD. You can probably find it on VHS much easier than you can find it on DVD. Actually, let me look up. Let's see how much a Rush Week DVD is going for. Let's see, $54.99 on Amazon. Actually, here's a used one for $20.80. That's not too bad. $20.80. That's not bad. And that movie's been out of print for a long, long time. Zuropa Zephyr, which classic horror film would you like to see or re-see in the movie theater? Good question. Black Christmas. I'd like to see Black Christmas in the theater. I think that'd be really cool. Let's just go with Black Christmas. Do you think that Jason Kobobukia was too slim looking? Not really. I mean, my issue with my only issue with the statue was that it was a bit too clean for me. I think it needed to be a little dirtier, but other than that, no. That thought really didn't cross my mind about the figure. Oh, really? Neon Demon might be a good analog to the new Suspiria. Really? You may find yourself feeling similar. Interesting. Because do you have an image of the Friday 5 media book coming out? Are the other films also being released? I've seen it. Malek let me know that it was happening. I went to Amazon.de. I looked at it. It looks freaking amazing. There's 3 different covers for it. There's one like the poster for the film. There's one like the VHS release with the Cooper hockey mask. And there's a really cool looking new artwork for the film that looks fantastic. I'm really hoping that Diabolic, let me check Diabolic real quick. I hope Diabolic gets it in so that I don't have to import it from Germany. But let's see. Hopefully they're going to get it in. Let's see. Pre-orders. No, it doesn't look like they've got it just yet. Hopefully they do. Because I have to have that release. Have to have it. No doubt about it. Yep, no, they've not got it yet. What are my thoughts on VR? I've never had a encounter with VR, so I don't know. I've heard it's cool, particularly like I said with the PlayStation VR with like the Resident Evil Biohazard game. But I've not witnessed it. I've not experienced it. Would you rather watch Ash versus Jason versus Freddy or Pinhead versus Michael Myers? Ash versus Jason versus Freddy. Justice Akers, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Christian Hanna, what's up? Piz, man, what the hell's going on now? No heat. Nope. The heater is busted. So it's going to be a cold night tonight. Do have the guys coming in the morning, though, to put in a new heater, though. It's going to be a cold night tonight, though. Because I wonder when the new Halloween movie is coming out on DVD. Somebody posted it in the chat earlier. I think it's January 19th or January 9th, somewhere in that neighborhood. The Death Waltz 4 and 5 vinyl soundtracks are very good. Those are very good. Much, much better than the Part 1 soundtrack from Death Waltz. And those are out of print, or those are out of stock now, I should say, Christian. I pre-ordered those ways back. But solid releases. They both sound great. Like the artwork, like the box they come in. Very cool. Will you ever paint a Friday Part 6 mask dirty and worm infested? Like the start of the movie. I've painted some pretty dirty Part 6s in the past. None of them with worms. But that would be an interesting addition. Or like, I don't know. Well, are you talking about, wait a minute, are you talking about at the beginning of Part 5? The mask with all the worms coming out of it? Or are you talking about, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Steven. I heard about that the other day, actually, Ryan, that they were having to change the name of they're not called Good Guy Dolls in the Child's Play remake. They're called Buddy Dolls or something because of, I'm sure, whatever. All right, good night, PlayStation 9. Have a good one, man. Enjoy Left 4 Dead 2. But yeah, and again, I was asked about the Child's Play remake earlier, and my only response is why? Why? You've had a few instances where colored vinyl gave you scratchy playbacks. I've listened to 4 and 5 soundtracks. I've listened to Part 4 4 times. I've listened to Part 3 3 times. I've not had any issues like that. But I've heard that about colored vinyl. Yep, those are sold out, man. Justice Acres. I got the NECA Ultimate Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors at Target the other day and love it. Have him displayed with the chest of... Oh, cool. I've not picked that one up yet. I've still got the Part 2 Ultimate Jason NECA figure that I've been meaning to do a video for forever, and I just can't get around to doing it. So... Well, Jamie, I think you can find Girls Not Out on YouTube. You can probably find Rush Week on YouTube too. Girls Not Out is, it's got its moments. It doesn't all kind of, Have you seen my review of the movie? I don't know. It's got its moments, but as a whole, it just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't kind of work, but yeah. It's fun. It's a fun slasher. Zuropa Zephyr. Speaking of remakes, is there any horror film you would like to see remade? No, not at all. I did enjoy Hell and Back, or To Hell and Back, a DVD collector. I actually did a review of it not long ago. Let me get you that link. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really good documentary. There's the link to my review of To Hell and Back. Will NECA come out with a Friday Part 7 and 8 figure? Absolutely. They've already announced a Part 5 Roy figure is going to be coming out, an Ultimate one, next year. And they just recently, I think just the other day, announced the Ultimate Remake Jason, which is coming out next year. But I'm sure 7 and 8 will be coming soon, too. The Audio Technica LP120. Let me look into it here, Ryan. Let's see, $300. Here's an Audio Technica ATLP 60BK for $99. Check that one out. Let me know what you think. Oh, you're very welcome, DVD collector. I have seen Possession, Luke. I did a review of it a couple of years ago. What's a good starter all-region Blu-ray Blu-ray player? Hold on, let me pull you up the one that I own. Now it is a modded player. No. It's a modded player, which you can find a lot of modded players out there. It works perfectly. It's no frills. It's no, it's nothing fancy. It's nothing special, but it will play Blu-rays from any region. I've been watching Blu-rays from all regions on this Blu-ray player for quite some time. Let me get this link here for you. Go check that out. Do I think Pumpkinhead is underrated, Don? Yes, not a lot of people talk about Pumpkinhead. I do think it's a good movie. I definitely think it's a good movie. Underrated? The people who do talk about it, they speak highly of it, put it that way. I don't think it's necessarily underrated. I think it may be one of those that's kind of flown under the radar a little bit. Whatever happened to Toe Tag, Fred Vogel? No idea, Steven. No idea. I'm telling you, Christian, I'd love a Jason Takes Manhattan NECA. That would be great. Nothing that I'm aware of on Indy 5, Rocky. I've not read Victor Miller's novel, Hide the Children. Is it good? Same here, Christian. My Candyman Scream Factory Blu-ray and I think I got the lithograph. I don't know. I got the deluxe. It's shipped today too. I'm hoping it's not poorly packaged and that the posters and lithographs aren't damaged, but I will see. I should have mine probably day after tomorrow. So I definitely intend on doing an unboxing video. So we'll see. Very cool, Rocky. I've got the Halloween 3 vinyl pre-ordered too. Well, because different companies own the distribution to different releases based on the region. So like, for instance, with Candyman, for instance, Arrow has the rights to distribute Candyman on Blu-ray in the UK. That's region B. Scream Factory has the rights to distribute Candyman in the US and Canada. That's region A. So if you live in the US or Canada and you buy a Blu-ray player off the shelf, it's going to be region A locked, because they just want you watching region A movies on that Blu-ray player. If you live in the UK or in Europe, you're going to have a region B locked Blu-ray player for the same reasons. I've heard that a lot, Rocky. I've heard pretty much everybody's posters from Scream Factory that they've ever gotten have arrived damaged. So, what do you think of Vinegar Syndrome's release of House on Tombstone Hill? I didn't know they were releasing that. I have to keep an eye peeled for it. Kane Hodder, Justice. Derek Mears is a really nice guy, but Kane Hodder to me is Jason. I have seen Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, Christian. It's been a while. Yes, it is bad, but it's bad in a very charming kind of way, I think. It's been a while, but yeah, I've seen it and I enjoy it. Of course I've watched Silent Night, Deadly Night, Justice. I love that movie, of course. I've seen them all. Victor Miller wrote a lot of novels. I know he wrote a lot of I know he wrote a lot for soap operas, for television. Didn't know he wrote novels. Cobra 2 or Tango and Cash 2. Cobra 2, of course. Of course. I want to see Marion Cabretti back again. I'm looking forward to that Blu-ray from Scream Factory 2, but I'm kind of on the same mindset as Rambo Raff of like, well, what are they gonna, what are they, George P. Cosmatos has passed away. An interview or a commentary with him would have been great, but he's gone. Stallone's not going to have a thing to do with it. So, I mean, who are they going to interview? Brigitte Nielsen. Oh gosh, what's the guy's name? Brian. I can't think of his name. He played the main villain. All right, Christian, take care, man. Have a good night. Appreciate it. What is a bad movie you love, even though you know it's bad and has many detractors, but abashedly love it anyway? Oh man. I once said on an episode of The Sausage Factory, Brian Thompson, that's it, Rocky, thank you. Because we kind of talked about a topic like that. And I was like, I kept thinking about like, what movies, what director is like, people just seem to dislike all of his movies. And I was like, Paul W.S. Anderson, let me think here. I like Event Horizon. I like Soldier. I like Resident Evil. There was another movie he did that I like. So I was like, you know what? I must be a Paul W.S. Anderson fan. Because it's popular to dislike him and dislike his movies, but I don't know. I find myself liking most of his movies. So, I don't know if that's the best answer, but that's the one that came to mind. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I love so many bad movies. I love so many bad movies. I did DVD collector. I actually did an unboxing of the deluxe edition and stuff not long ago when it first came out. I've actually not had a chance to sit down and watch the actual disc and check out the extras and the picture quality and sound quality and stuff. I've just had so much else going on. I've not had a chance. But no, I've not heard that there's any kind of audio issue with it. Not heard that at all. Oh, that's cool, Justice. You're going to get the Silent Night, Deadly Nights Scream Factory DVD and the Billy figure from NECA. It's a cool figure. What's interesting about Soldier is David Peoples, who wrote Soldier and also wrote Blade Runner, says that Soldier takes place in the same universe as Blade Runner, and his initial screenplay the soldiers weren't soldiers. They weren't people. They were replicants that had been dumped on this planet. So I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I have seen Day of the Dead Bloodline. Ryan, I did a review of it back when it first came out. You saw the DVD for $20 and thought that was a bit high. That's very high for that movie. I wouldn't pay $2 for that movie. You know what, Don? I own Alien Isolation, but I've not played it. I own Alien Isolation, but I've not played it. Oh, we got some love for Soldier. Jan Ben and DVD Collector 86 both love Soldier. Yeah, I don't know. I dig that movie. I dig Kurt Russell's performance. I dig the fact that he calls Connie Nielsen's character Sir the whole time. I love the part where she's like, well, what are you going to do? And he's like, I'm going to kill them all, sir. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I have seen Blood and Donuts. It's been a while, but I've seen Blood and Donuts. Close. Yeah. Let's see. Let's look up some other Paul W.S. Anderson movies. Oh, goodness. Let's see. What I know he directed. He actually directed. I liked Resident Evil. I wasn't a fan of Part 2 or Part 3, but then he came back and directed one, and I actually liked that one too. So, Mortal Kombat, of course. I like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I like Mortal Kombat. Let's see. What else has he directed here? Afterlife. Resident Evil Afterlife. I like that one. And you know what? Alien versus Predator. It's not good. But I wouldn't say it's bad. It's got some moments in it. That whole flashback to where we see how the alien, how the predators created this temple to, hunt the aliens and stuff. And that, they used people just for, sacrificial lambs. That was awesome. That should have been the movie. But yeah, I mean, I've got a soft spot for Alien versus Predator. So yeah, you could call me a Paul W. Sanderson fanboy, I guess. He's currently filming Monster Hunter. Let's see what's that about. Of course, it stars Mila Jovovich. Also stars Ron Perlman. Interesting. What's it about? Plot unknown. It's based on a feature. It's a film based on the video game by Capcom, and we all know video game movies always turn out really good. Mila Jovovich, Ron Perlman, Tony Jaa. Ooh, Tony Jaa. The rapper T.I. And those are the only people I recognize in the cast. I'm going to kill them all, sir. I was actually asked about File 13 reviews earlier in the stream, Zeropa. I've thought about bringing them back, but I mean, I've pretty much covered in that series all of my favorite good bad movies, and even some good bad movies I featured pretty much all of my favorite good bad movies, and then I stretched it to add just bad movies, and then at that point I was like, I need to stop. Because really I just wanted that series to focus on my favorite good bad movies, and I pretty much covered all of them in that series. Rock music from the 80s, Justice Akers. My two favorite bands from the 80s are Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue. Those were the two tapes that I had growing up. Dr. Feelgood and Appetite for Destruction, and I wore them out. I literally wore out, I don't remember if it was Appetite for Destruction or Motley Crue or Dr. Feelgood, to the point where it wouldn't spin. The reel wouldn't spin. I played it so much and rewound it and played it again and rewound it and played it again that it just stopped working. I've not seen Outland, Luke. It would fit into the Blade Runner universe too? Cool. I'll have to look into it. Oh, really? Alien vs. Predator is a loose adaptation of Lovecraft's Mountains of Madness? Really? Substituting Xenos and Preds for the old ones and Shoggoths. My God, I may have to look into that story. Piz, what do you think of a certain sect of society pushing against movies like Soldier and 80s actioners as toxic masculinity? I think those people should be taken away from the rest of society and put on an island all to themselves where they are forced to watch nothing but 80s action movies over and over again with their eyes forced open, Clockwork Orange style. DVD Collector 86. I loved Sons of Anarchy. Loved that series. Loved it. Loved it. Favorite Christmas horror film? It would either be... I mean, I don't know. It's a close one. I love Black Christmas, of course. I love Silent Night, Deadly Night. I love Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I also love Silent Night, Bloody Night. I don't know. That's a tough one. I love them all. Those are ones that I watch every holiday season. Not heard a thing about The Fly remake in a long time, Rocky. Don't know if that's still happening or not. It's been a while. Favorite 90s horror soundtrack? Favorite 90s soundtrack just overall would be the Crow soundtrack. Not really a horror movie, but that's my favorite soundtrack. That might be my favorite soundtrack of all time. Such a great combination of, I mean, you've got alternative on there, you've got industrial on there, you've got metal, you've got goth. You know what I mean? Just such a awesome melting pot of genres on that record. You're wanting to go see Kiss on their final 3-year tour, Justice? It's probably not going to be their... Isn't this like their third or fourth final tour, farewell tour? I don't think this is the last one. Give them a couple of years and, you know, they'll be back on the road, I'm sure. One thing about Kiss, they can't say no to money. So if some promoter offers them enough money, they will be back on the road. Which version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers is your favorite? Good question, Ryan. I'd have to go with, well, the one that's freshest in my memory is the old one, is the first one. Because I checked out, I did a review of the new Olive Signature Blu-ray for that release, which actually, no, I'll put it back on the shelves. That one's the freshest in my mind. I don't remember, I remember liking the Abel Ferreira remake, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. And then there was another remake of it. The one with Donald Sutherland. And I don't remember much about that one either. It's been so long. Piz, the only movie I've vehemently disagreed with you on ever has been Three Billboards movie. Only movie ever. Really, you didn't like it? I really liked Three Billboards. Really liked that movie. I think the 90 remake of Night of the Living Dead's pretty good, DVD collector. I think it's pretty good. I dig it. And I love The Crow, man. I love that movie. Love that movie. Love the movie, love the soundtrack. Yeah, love that film. Love it. No, I've not. I've not checked out the FearNet series Holliston. Jerpin, what's up, man? Jerpin. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Favorite pizza topping? I'm going with the good old-fashioned pepperoni, man. You can't go wrong with pepperoni. Good question, my friend. Good question. What books would I like to see adapted? Oh, man. That's a good question. Oh, man. Let me think about that. Man, that's a good question. I'll have to think about that one. I don't know. How about The Stranger by Albert Camus? How about that one? Or how about well, I don't know if it would be a good film. I don't know if it would make a good movie or not, but White Noise, the Don DeLillo book. But yeah, they could, I don't know. Yeah, let's go with The Stranger. If you guys haven't read The Stranger by Albert Camus, you should. Have to pick up some more shelving for my collection. Any recommendations? Oh goodness. All the shelves that I've got, I bought from Walmart and put them together myself. Underseen movie recommendations that you think more people should suss out. Oh man. Just off the top of my head, we mentioned it earlier tonight, Blood Rage, Just Before Dawn. Oh my goodness, what's that movie called? Oh goodness. It's got Brooke Shields in it. Oh my goodness. Alice, Sweet Alice. Alice, Sweet Alice. That's a good one. Let me look here. So I did a video talking about I did a video not long ago talking about obscure and underrated slasher movies. Let me get you guys the link to that. Yeah, check that out. Let me just kind of scan through it here and refresh my memory. I know Alice, Sweet Alice was on that list. I'm pretty sure Just Before Dawn was on that list. Let's check here and see. I have done standalone reviews for some of these on DVD. Oh, well, one of them, of course, was The Mutilator, which that one's become a little bit more accessible since it got a Blu-ray release from Arrow. Because it did get this awesome Blu-ray release. But if you guys haven't seen The Mutilator, great 80s slasher flick. Let's see what else we've got here. This is the Synapse Films Blu-ray release. Edge of the Axe, which I talked about Edge of the Axe on my last stream. That one's coming out with a Arrow Blu-ray release. That one up until now has only been available on VHS or bootleg DVDs. But that one's definitely worth looking into. Let me see what else is on my list here. Alice, Sweet Alice. Just Before Dawn. If you guys haven't seen Jack's Back, look into Jack's Back with James Spader. 80s. Not really a slasher movie, although it's got slasher movie elements. Really good murder mystery thriller from the 80s. That one got a Scream Factory release not long ago. Not a collector's edition, but a pretty nice release nonetheless. So there's a few. There's a few. What's my favorite NECA figure? Oh man, that's a good one. There's so many. I own so many, man. Gosh, I don't know. I guess I would, right now, I guess I'd have to go with this guy. This is the Part 7 Neca. This was released in, I think, like 2003. And I'd kind of had my eye out looking for this guy for quite a while. And then somebody on Instagram posted him for sale. And he was in great condition, had the mask, had all of his weapons, and it was for a pretty good price. So I jumped at it because I would always find him on eBay, you know, without the mask or with only one weapon, or like maybe his chain would be broken and missing. But this guy is completely intact. I need to put batteries in him to get the sound back working, but it is just a beautiful, beautiful figure. The mask is not great, but everything else about this guy is just freaking super cool. Great, great figure. And of course he's, you know, the big guy. Lots of detail in him as well. Here's his back with his ribs exposed. But yeah, just such a really nice figure. His clothing dangles off of him. It's not like, you know, painted on. It's a really cool figure. Also the big Leatherface figure, which is like this. He's actually back there in the back, on a shelf with some other big NECA figures. I'd wanted him for years and years and years, man. Years. The Ma and Pa video store that I talk about a lot on this channel, they had him in the video store right behind the counter. I think they wanted like $100 for him, and I just didn't have the money. But I would always, whenever I was in there, and I was in there a lot, I'd always just kind of, you know, just stare at that figure and be like, oh God, if I could only have it. And then years later, I found it on eBay at a pretty good price and I bought it. So those would be my two favorite NECA figures. By the way, Piz, that smoking in the shower story I heard you tell once has haunted me since. Just, I don't remember a lot of details to that story. I used to smoke in the shower. I mean, that's true. That's a true fact. I would get in the shower and smoke and keep my head above the water with a cigarette in my mouth while I washed myself. That's not something I'm proud of, but the truth is the truth, man. The truth is the truth. Apocalypse Now or Apocalypse Now Redux. Never heard of that, DJ. Malek, you got the steelbook version of three billboards. Very nice. Have you seen Sphere that came out in the Ops? No. Don't think so. Hey, Matt, have a good night, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Mass disappearances. I don't have the Vinegar Syndrome release of Intruder DVD collector. I have the Synapse Films release of it, and the Synapse Films release is pretty good. I agree with that, Ryan. All right, Don, have a good night, man. Take care. Appreciate that. Thank you. Frankie Worthington, how you doing tonight, man? Hope you're doing well. Ah, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. Some enterprising company will eventually realize that fans would buy Friday Victims action figures. Yes. You're very, very correct. Like, I can already see the figures for the guy in part 2 with the guy in the wheelchair with the machete in his face. I can see a whole like diorama for that thing with him, you know, going back down the stairs, you know, with the machete in his face. I can see the whole big like diorama for part 4 Jason with the spear in the one guy's crotch holding him up in the air. I can see the diorama for Jason, you know, the sleeping bag kill in part 7. Yeah, that's, you know, that will happen. What is the most unnecessary, unneeded horror franchise that exists? That's a good one. Probably Leprechaun. Probably Leprechaun. Yes, the Synapse Films release of Intruder is pretty good. DVD collector. I did a review of that one a ways back too. Lighthouse, aka Dead of Night, 1999. I don't know if I've seen that one. Lord, let me look it up here. Lighthouse, 1999. James Purfoy. Let's see. A prison ship is on its way to a remote island. Prisoners run aground on rocks and sinks. Who wrote the plot synopsis here? Good Lord. A prison ship on its way to a remote island prison runs aground on rocks and sinks. Maybe I just read that funny. I don't know. I've never heard of it. Let's see if there's a trailer. I'll check out. Here's the trailer. Let's check out the trailer.
You gotta think about this.
I ain't got a choice. I have to fight him.
Creed 2.
This is our chance to rewrite history.
We got this.
What's your name?
Creed 2, rated PG-13.
Probably should have muted that. I'll get hit with a copyright violation.
Floating prison with a dangerous cargo.
Thunderthroat.
A desolate island with no help in sight.
Hello? Where are we? We have a scene.
For some reason, this trailer reminded me of The Keep, the Michael Mann film from the 80s that never made the jump to an official DVD or Blu-ray release. That's one that definitely needs an official DVD and Blu-ray release. I know Michael Mann apparently hates the movie. He doesn't want to talk about it. Dude, come on. The Keep. We need... That's a big cult movie. Great soundtrack by Tangerine Dream. Weird, moody. It's a beautiful movie. But that needs a Blu-ray.
Serious problem here.
Stay and fight, or leave like cowards.
Who will survive the dead of night?
You're braver than I thought.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be afraid of the light. Dead of Night.
Sounds interesting.
From Apex Entertainment.
And that was not Thunderthroat. That sounded like Thunderthroat in the beginning, but that was not Thunderthroat. Looks interesting. Hey, good night, Justice. Have a good one, man. Take care. Stephen LaPierre, you smoke in the shower too? Yeah, I gave up the habit years ago, but yes, I used to Used to smoke in the shower. Will you ever make a Freddy glove? I don't know about making one. Oh, thank you, Frankie. I appreciate that. You liked my Part 3 Jason costume? Thanks, man. I have seen Reflecting Skin, Stephen. It's been many years, but I have seen it. I recall liking it a lot. That's one that needs a new release for sure. Absolutely. Guys, I think I may go ahead and call it a night. It's 11:17 here. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. Wow. Let's see. Let's do a, let's check and see what the temperature is. It was, I think, 42 last time I checked. Let me see. Has it gone down any? It's 40 now. Okay. It's gone down a little bit. So, gonna have to bundle up tonight, guys. Have to bundle up. So, but thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Helping me pass the time on this very cold night with my heater busted. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. Thanks for the very lively chat. Thanks for all the great questions. I absolutely appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.